Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shadowsphere.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Shadowsphere. Today I'm joined by the French psychopath himself. He is Loic Duplessis. How are you doing, my guy? How is the weather
Oh,
today and how is life?
life is great. So first of all, I'm so stressful. Okay, that my name is the French Psycho because I'm usually just speak French. So I take a huge risk with you, but I love you so much and I can say no to you but I love your intro. If I fucked up a lot, just put your intro again and again and again, and I'm good with that. So life is good. Life is good. That's perfect. Weather's so weird, but no rain today in Quebec. That very strange. A yellow scream all day long. I know you people in Ontario have some trouble with fire in the wood. So I wish you my best to you, and if you want to house to just relocate, I welcome you in Quebec.
I've been to Quebec a couple of times in my life. I love the province. I love the women. I can't lie.
that the Ontario people said all the time about the women. So I have one. That's the perfect one. I'm good with that.
So, Loic, you've come to Canadian Deathmatch. That's where I met you.
Yeah.
Chit chatted a bit. We've talked on Instagram. And I'm going to do my best to be clear as possible with questions because I know English is not your first language.
Yeah. Thanks.
Um, so when it comes to wrestling,
Yeah.
where does the passion come from? Like, when do you start? Who are your inspirations?
Oh my God, it's gonna be hard in English because it's a long story, but I want to keep it short because in French I talk a lot, but in English it's better in English because I just find I reach my words. So when I was a kid, my parents ate wrestling. They didn't know about wrestling, but I have my mother. I have a aunt in Saguenay-Lac-Saint-Jean in Quebec. So one time a year we visit that tent. That aunt, sorry, that my aunt. So maybe when I was 7 years old, around that, on the Sunday morning I'm at my mother aunt house, and the television play, and it was the entrance of Kane back in the days with the fire in the four corner. So I turned my head around and I saw the big red monster Kane. Oh Jesus! And at that moment, I'm oh my God, I'm so passionate about that. And I just watched the entire 1 hour show. But when I come back to my house, my parents didn't have the this channel. So maybe 4 years or 5 years passed. And when I go to high school, I met a guy. His name is Marc Andre, and he and his brother was a huge wrestling fans. So I just go to his house all the time, listen Monday Night Raw, listen SmackDown, listen all the wrestling shit. We play video game, Raw versus SmackDown. So at that point, I just found a friend with the channel. So that's why he was my friend back in the days. No, no, no. But this is this is how I just met the wrestling. And I have another friend because Marc Andre just watch WWE, just watch WWE. But I have another friend who watched CZW back in the days, Ring of Honor around 2003, 2004. So he got the DVD or the VHS. So I just take all the time the VHS and I put in my VHS at my home. So I fell in love with the indie wrestling since I had 14 years old. So I prefer indie wrestling to TV like AEW or WWE. So this is the little story. The fault is on my aunt mothers. That's why I love wrestling.
So obviously, Kane is the first polarizing
Yeah.
figure you see, but who do you draw inspiration from? Being Quebecois, you have Anderson, Steen, Dane. Do you draw inspiration from those three men, or is there other men? I'm sure I'm missing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to. I'm just to
But
those men.
yeah, but I always prefer Kevin Steen and El Generico was for sure back in the time where the two men wrestle on indies like Ring of Honor. I attempt maybe two or three live Ring of Honor show that I would say Rami, but Sami Zayn and Kevin wrestle on that. I remember one of my favorite match back in the days was the match in Ring of Honor, Steve Corino against Kevin Steen, unsanctioned match in Manhattan, New York for final battle. That was an epic fight, one of my favorite matches. So I, I I have a lot of inspiration on the indie scene. Also, Quebec wrestler like Sexy Eddie. This guy opened the door to Kevin Steen, to El Generico, to the US when he did the CZW Tournament of Death with the arm with the blood, and he just swallow his blood in the ring. Also Lufisto. So a lot of indie wrestlers from Quebec wrestle in United States, wrestle in Ontario. So they are basically my aspiration. So that's why. But I follow for sure the US guys. Like I love Necro Butcher. This dude is so crazy. I wrestled in June in Connecticut, and he did the main event. Jeez, the dude maybe had 50 years old for sure, and he still wrestle, and he loved that shit, and he's still passionate about that shit. So Samoa Joe, AJ style. And back in the days in Quebec in French, we just had TNA when X Division. So since maybe I had 10 years old to maybe 13 years old, just TNA pass on French television. So I follow Abyss, Cowboy James Storm, Bobby Roode, Scott D'Amore. So I follow a lot of TNA also. So I'm an independent wrestler guy.
I love that because
Yeah.
obviously everybody wants to go to big leagues,
Yeah.
but you love, to you the Indies is the big leagues.
Yeah, for sure, because it's a lot. I think indie wrestling allowed wrestler to be them, to be the real version of themselves. Because it's like music. When a producer take you, or a disc, where disc production takes you, they're gonna twist your song. They're gonna put you like this, like that. You look like this, like that, and I not understand, because it's all about money. It's all about viewership. So love that. But my favorite thing, it's the not perfect side of the independent. I think that the imperfection is perfect for me. That's why I love so much indie wrestling, and the creativity the boys and the girls bring to the table on the indie make a huge difference. And and I love also the contact with the crowd, because when you wrestle on the big league, you wrestle for the camera, for the TV show, for the Monday Nitro. Okay, the 2 minutes more because commercial. Okay, you do that. But when you do indie show, you have 15 minutes, talk to the people, they're there, talk to you. So it's magic for me. So my passion, it's more about independent wrestling than big league wrestling, and that's the reason.
The first introduction to you,
Yeah,
Crazy Eight in April,
yeah.
Milton, Ontario. Instantly liked you when I heard you yell out "Tit City" at Wayne Allen.
And I know, and but my so I did a lot of theater, but not theater, improvisation. So I love that part, because it didn't plan that way. But at that moment, with the crowd involved, Wade is a favorite in Hamilton in Canadian Dead Match. So he loved, man, the dude, it's huge. He wrestled in a trunk, man. He just have big, and I saw that, and the announcer just introduced Wade. So I'm the ill at that point, but automatically I turned face at that point. So and it, what it's very hard for me, but because I love making fun in the ring, because I usually usually just love to have fun in the ring, because when you have fun in the ring with your opponent, the people can feel it, and they want to be involved in your match. If you just do move and just stress and whatever, it's always weird. So that that quote, it's so in the moment, and it's a good example. It's why I love indie wrestling.
And again, watching you back in April, it was great. You know, you went against a guy who's much larger than yourself, but you guys put on a banger. Great match.
Thanks.
Moves were good. Improvisation was good. You said like the guys that are coming out of Quebec. I'm just learning about Sexy Eddie.
Yeah,
I'm
he's a
very new
legend.
in a sense, right? So I'm still learning. I like to be the student here, and I'm learning and trying to connect dots to the past.
Yeah.
Um, Kevin Owens is one of your inspirations. He's one of my really have two he has on his.
Awesome. Yeah, I know. He's one of the best, Kevin. I saw a lot of the match of Kevin, and he's so smart about wrestling. But the and I love the fact that dude, it's it's not the typically shape height or WWE guy, and at some point, he just one of his kind. He's so different, so people love him, but he's so charismatic. But everything he do, he did for a reason. And when you talk with that guy, you understand why he's a real superstar on the best, on the hugest promotion and the most exposure promotion in the world. And he just, I can't believe that this guy just realize that, and that's open a lot for Quebecers, because it's like when example Felix Auger Aliassime, tennis player, when you had um, a player on the top level, automatically the indie scene and your local scene just grow up like no other, no others. So huge thank you to Sammy and Kevin. And back in the days, PCO, the Rougeau, and I forget a lot of people, Dino Bravo, Pat Patterson, a lot of those men make a huge difference for the wrestling in Quebec. But my only problem with Quebec, it's sometimes uh, first the language. It's hard for us, but in Quebec, it's more like now 60-70% of people talk English and French. Maybe 30 people just speak French. So, but at some point, we stay inside of us. So that's the problem to me. Just sometimes I talk to my partners, the other wrestler, go try Ontario, go try United States, because from my home, New York City, it's 5 hour drive. So it's near to us. So I wrestled in Connecticut last month. It's 5.5 drive. When I go to Toronto. It's 5 hour drive. So easy. And if you want to involve your skills, your character, your personality, you need to face other opponent, different people, different community. So but Kevin is one of a kind. That's all I can say. And also in AEW, Mike Bailey, I wrestled against him in Valleyfield, a city near to us, maybe in 2011 or so. But Bailey also, it's just a phenom. Seriously, he wrestled without the boots. He did flips, but man, he's so stiff, but he's so good. Jeez, I told you he had a background in Taekwondo. He's a former black belt, I think so. I didn't remember the color, but he did competition when he was a teenager, but this dude is a master too. And I know when he's waiting for his visa to going to AEW, he teach maybe 1 month at IWS dojo. So he help Quebec student a lot, and I know a lot of Quebec wrestler text him a lot to advise or tricks or whatever. So the community is very tight also. So I love that community, but I discover the Ontario community, so I love them too a lot.
Now, AWS, in the Quebec,
Oh, I
the
didn't
two
hear
big
you.
ones,
Oh,
AWS
okay.
The two big companies on the scene in Quebec.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of a big. I think since maybe 3 or 4 years, NSPW in Quebec City is the biggest on my point of view. They run maybe 60 show per year. Uh, but NSPW in Quebec, it's like WWE for me. My personal favorite, and as a fan, is Battle War. They're run by the owner are Twiggy and Giant Tiger, former IWS wrestler, and they wrestle a lot in US. So they run shows since the beginning of 2010 or so, and it's in Les Fofun Electric, a medic bar. It's very similar to the bar I wrestle, the No Ring show to Canadian Dan match. The Sneaky D, I
Yes.
think so. Yeah, yeah. So they run a show there. Always 200 people in a bar, a smaller venue. They put a great show. TDT wrestle on that show all the time. So Benjamin Toll, a lot of people. Dylan Donovan, Jan Pike, a lot of good wrestler on the Quebec scene. So NSPW, Battle War, also IWS. The name speak for himself. They had a great history. Kevin wrestled there, Sammy wrestled there, PCO wrestled there a lot back in the days. So we have a lot of promotion. I run mine too. We try to build something different in Quebec, but since we start in 2024 in November, we build show after show, and I'm very happy about the result and the buzz in Quebec and also in Ontario, because I have a funny story. When I met you at the Crazy Eight tournament, I arrived sooner in the morning at at the venue, and when the people's come in, I think 3 or 4 people just have a hoodie or a t-shirt of NOW because they wrestled for me maybe 2 or 3 months ago, but back 3 months before the tournament. So it's always fun to have boys. They just fall in love with your promotion, just make you good appearances. And I'm just a little kid who love wrestling, so that's my passion. I just have some fun, and I want to build just moment, because for me it's not about money. In not I just have a great job, part full time. So on the weekend, have fun, create memories. Don't give a shit about cash, seriously, because it's just about passion.
And that's huge, because a lot of times money changes the people, especially in the wrestling industry.
Yeah,
There's not many people that still believe in the love of the game, but I believe the independent scene, Canadian Deathmatch, York, yourself, and the people I've met along the way in the indies, there's just
yeah,
the love of the game.
yeah.
You're
Be,
not making money.
no, 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 for sure. And sometimes, but usually not the problem. But if you can do maths, okay, example, and it's help a lot when you run a show, because you knew how much it costs to run a show. Example, you have 100 people, they pay $20 total. $2,000. So if you don't want to lose money as a promoter, just break even. Don't give a fuck about, and don't forget that just something broke on your ring, you need to pay to fix that. Okay, so $2,000, you have $2,000 to run your show. So if I pay someone 400, it just left me 1,600 for the other one. And sometimes, because back in the days when I start wrestling, a lot of people in Quebec did it for free. It's other mentality back in the days, and I'm good, and I'm agree with give the boys and the girl a little something. They build the gear, they train, they pay for training, they pay for gas. So everybody on my show has a pay have a payoff for sure. I have something, just
Mhm.
maybe for cover the gas, maybe a $20, $40. It's depend of the budget. So, but when I start NOW, I have a strict budget, and I told my partner, because I run financial for NOW also, and I don't want to make money. That's not my goal. But if the promotion makes some money, I can buy something cool, fix the ring, put a better mat on the ring, put a better entrance, rent a bigger venue, do do more show. And if the NOW increase, people wrestler have more opportunity. We film a lot of our show and we put on IWTV because we lost money to do that. But it's very important for me because I want to give the wrestlers visibility. It's
Right.
very important to me. It's basically why I did NOW, because I want to do something different, and I want to show the world, the other province, the other states, we got talent in Quebec, and I want to bring US and Ontario guy to Quebec because I want to challenge our wrestler to have some new opportunity. It's and they're not they not so sometimes their wrestler can drive 5 hours. They didn't have the time. So when I bring outsiders, they can wrestle maybe an hour from their own US superstar or Ontario superstar. So it's very important for me, but it's all about passion, not the money.
I love that. And I'm hoping at some point I can make a trip up to Quebec and come to a Now show. I think that would be fantastic.
For sure. And I told you already, you're my guest for sure. And I want to meet all the wrestler in Quebec. And if you want to meet some dead match wrestlers back in the days, also just talk to me on Instagram, whatever. I'm a busy guy right now because I just make a lot of renovation in my house, but it's nearly over 1 month, and after that it's finished. So I, I will have more time for that.
Hoping to get up there. Obviously, my two older boys, I have four
Yeah.
children. My two older
Jesus
boys.
Christ, you're so
I
crazy. You're more crazy than me eating the tube with my on my head.
have a 15, a 13, a 7,
Okay.
and a 3.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And the two
Oh,
big ones, they play hockey. So over the winter,
oh.
it's busy. It
Busy
is busy.
schedule for sure. But sometimes but I always run a show between Christmas and New Year. So no hockey at all.
Nope.
Just look with your wife or your girlfriend, but bring the family, and make the trip.
I was like, I haven't been to Quebec in over a decade now. I've been into
Jeez.
Quebec.
But you
So
have 4 children, so I understand the reason why.
I'm a busy man, and I try to do the podcasting. When you
Yeah.
said when you said you put now on IWTV
Right.
to get the wrestlers out there, that's why I like doing my interviews because I'm introducing like yourself to a new
Yeah.
audience that you don't know yet.
Yeah, and that's why at at that point in my career, I want to travel because I wrestle a lot of promotion in Quebec City, but uh, I want to share locker room with others, with other community. When you wrestle in United States, it's very different from Quebec because of the culture, because of the environment. So it's the same. It's the same for Ontario too. So I try to wrestle more often outside of Quebec that in Quebec. And that's why, because I want to just put a bridge between United States, Quebec, Ontario also, because that's very important. Back in the days, friend of mine, Michael Wood, Mike Roch, they live in Connecticut, so he bring a lot of Quebec and Ontario guy to Connecticut to his show, and still at that day, the U.S. wrestler wrestle for him when he run a show in Quebec, and they come because it's Mike. They know him, they love him, and I want to build that same kind of relation with others, not city but province or states or other country internationally. So it's I told you it's all about the trip.
Now I'm going to ask this. I try to make. I don't know how how you would take it. Growing up,
Yeah,
being half First Nation, half English, we had a lot of problems. Not myself, but like my community. I grew up in Western Canada.
right.
We had a lot of problem with, excuse my language, Frenchies.
Yeah,
Do you see yourself being a Quebecois? Do you see a lot of, I don't want to say racist, but do you see a lot of issues with the English speaking to the French?
yeah. It's always hard, but I live okay. So for the First Nation, okay, it's it's very strange for me because I live 15 minutes from Kanawake. So basically, when I play baseball as a elite level, when I was a kid, I play with First Nation kids. So for me, it seemed like I play with a different color people, with different community. I play with Greece people also in baseball because we play our team. It's regional team, so we play with Ville La Salle, Lachine. It's different part of Montreal. So since I was a kid, I just exchanged with some community, but it's true. It's it's hard in Quebec. It's all about the language, and you told the audience I'm not good in English. I try to learn. I listen the TV in English, and I try, but I don't have I don't have a lot of opportunity to to speak in English because I work in French, whatever. But in 2026, the world talk English. If you want to do business with other country, with China, with whatever country you think about that, you need to speak English. So I didn't know why French, French speaking, it's very important. It's part of our culture. So it's
Yeah.
same for you, like First Nation. You have some difference, some great thing about your culture, and you didn't want to lose that part. But I think you don't help you if you just like a stubborn idiot, like, oh no, 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 I want just to talk French, Dr. Trotter. And I realize I'm fucking not perfect in English, but the English people doesn't care about that. It's same like when people and you said some word to me in French, and all the time that's a magic moment for me because that show me a lot of respect because you make an effort, and I don't give a fuck if you take your phone, go on Google Translation, and you translate a sentence. I don't give a fuck. You make an effort to respect me. Why the fuck I don't make the same effort to respect you? I don't. I don't understand that, but I know it's very present, and a lot of people suffer from that. Because I love Canada because we have two languages, and I told every my French friend always the same thing. If you want to the English people respect you, talk in English to them because we are a country with two language. Show them you can speak English, you can speak French. And after that, ask for the same respect.
Yeah.
Before that, go fuck yourself.
Right.
That's my point of view. That's my point of view.
But
So
I tried to make it a point, like you said, it's a respect thing. I
yeah,
understand English, not your first language. Somewhat, I can read it somewhat, and I can write it somewhat. Speak it, my brain is no good, but
yeah,
I can type. I have basic entry level high school French, which is enough to have a conversation with you.
yeah, for sure. And it's very cool. And I love the European side, the European, because example, wrestler Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli, he talk five language. That's unbelievable. When you can talk five language, I think you're more an open person like that because more you can just open yourself to other community, other country, other language. It's a huge part of how the people are opening to each other. So seriously, I don't understand why, but I understand why because people just, oh no, no, I want to speak French. I'm different. I understand why because it's all about fairness, just fair. Because people just fear. If I don't understand, oh, I'm like a fool. So instead of practicing, make mistake and make another mistake. But at the end, you learn. And when you stop learning in life, go away. That's
Right.
my point of view.
Exactly. And my partner, her family is Chinese.
Okay,
I've
nice.
by no means is it perfect, but I've learned somewhat because my in-laws speak both three languages. They speak English, French, and Chinese.
Jesus,
So,
that's amazing. I,
but I try to learn because, like, I want to have, like you said,
yeah, and also we are in Canada. We are an open country. we we have maybe 20, 25, 30 different culture, and I forget someone to name it because I can just name all the culture we have in Canada. That's, I think, one of the best thing in Canada, because when you travel in your country, you can discover a lot about difference, the lot of different part of the world. And we have internet, so what the problem is with that, I don't know why. Or it's just about, I think so, people's fear difference because they don't want to understand, and they fear to make like a fool. So I don't understand, but it's very present. I'm sure about that, and I'm so sad about that too.
And I feel like, yes, we're in the year 2026,
Yeah.
but I feel like respect is a lost art.
Huh, for sure. For
We're,
sure.
we're, and it's not, and I don't say this to sound racial or anything like that, but we are a multicultural country. But we also have the problem with these countries coming here and trying to change our ways because it's not home.
Yeah.
I get it, but a little respect goes a long way.
Well, yeah, but I always said this: when you do your proper culture and your ritual in your own, and it's not against the law. So basically, what the problem? No problem. My only problem with that, when you live as a community, so in a parking lot, if in a bar you can, that we put a law, you can smoke in the bar. You
Mhm.
don't smoke, but don't talk to me, it's my religious or whatever. I respect that, but uh, I need just the problem sometimes is people just can leave. Since the pandemic, it's very hard. People
Mhm.
can live as a community, and I'm very sad about that because I love helping the community, be part of the community. And I think, and since the pandemic, it's more obvious for me. People, it's just more individualist than running as a community. That's my problem. It's not a diversity problem. It's like people from Canada and born in Canada. It's white people, whatever. They just look at them and fuck the other one. So it's a weird time to live on. Seriously.
Yeah, very much so. Um, what is mm, what is
Uh,
your favorite match to date and with who?
it's very hard because I had a lot of cool matches, but I'm gonna pick one in the previous year. My match against Mononc Saint Jacques, against Mathieu Saint Jacques from the Tabarnak the team in a dead match. That match means a lot to me because I'm gonna explain to you because when I start NOW, okay, the the character, the character of that that style of show for me in Quebec is Mathieu Saint Jacques. Okay, so he helped a lot. He helped me a lot back in the days to open doors from other promotion, and he take his time to give me advice. He helped me a lot. And when I start NOW, he's the first one who told me, Loic, I believe in your idea. I believe in the deathmatch style. I believe in the different style you're gonna put on your show. So basically, I start with zero money. Just I got a ring, I got a backdrop, whatever, and I have 15 years contact of wrestler. So Mathieu is the first one to raise his hand to me, and he told me, I believe in your product, and I'm gonna be there no matter what. So 1 year passed. Mathieu, a lot of people in other backstage of other show in Quebec asked Mathieu, "Oh, you go to NOW? How's the NOW show? Whatever." And Mathieu always have good words for me and the promotion. So at certain point, he's fucking better wrestler than me for sure. And I love him, and he's one of my favorite human. So he asked me 1 years ago, Loic, I want to do a dead match against you. And on the moment, I was speechless because it's Mathieu Saint Jacques for me. He's a bad motherfucker. Hitting hard, and he's way better than me. He's the former C4 wrestling champion. He wrestled Cody Rhodes, MJF, name it. The dude wrestled all around the United States, the Canada. So, but he's a friend of mine, and he won that match. So, yeah. So I told him, okay. And for the first time since 10 years ago, I was stressed before a match, but we deliver an awesome match, and we take care of each other because on the dead match, in a dead match, you need to be careful or your opponent. I hate the shitty wrestling shit. If you want to do fucking dead match, learn to out and be good at a regular match, because a lot of people just want to, I want to hit you with the two, but no, you need to understand, you cannot swing on the side, you cannot put the tube like that. There are a lot of tricks to make your opponent safe. And on that match, I I just share a moment with a friend, and we beat the shit of each other. And I love that match because I faced one of the best human I know, and he asked for that match, and it's mean a lot for me. But the last year, I'm so happy of all my opponent. I wrestled Wade Allen, Petey Skills. I wrestled that Kyle. Man, this I told that Kyle, you protect me so well. In the last no ring Canadian Deathmatch show,
You're,
I
you're a sick. You're a sick bastard for that salt in the wound.
yeah, I know. And and I told that Cal because when I arrived at the venue, he told me, okay, Loic, I want to take that bump, that bump, that bump. Oh, I take, and I give that advice with a lot of young wrestler, and I shared the locker room with. I said to him, it's a no ring. So if you want to take a bump, I'm gonna allow you one bump because it's fucking wood floor.
Yeah.
So when you take a bump, it's gonna hurt for sure. It's gonna hurt as hell. So, and the people just remember your last bump and your last big move. So build it, and we finish with the backdrop on the floor. So it's very important. And when I wrestle PD, man, it's a good veteran. He's a good veteran. He knows the tricks. He knows how to do dangerous stuff. It's the same example. I I have I'm a lucky man because in the first tournament I wrestled Connor Claxton. Uh, this guy wrestled all the US dead match guys like Nick Robocher, Nick Gage. So uh, he's a friend of Mike Roach. So in the first tournament, Connor's coming. Nobody's want to take the trampoline spot with the barbed wire. And I said to Connor, I wrestle you in the first round. So last spot of the match, I trust you, buddy, because I saw when he built the trampoline, he explained to me how to build it. And after the match, we did the spot. Everything goes well because we planned that spot. It's always a it's always a part you can injure yourself for sure. It's a dangerous extreme sport. So we take that bomb, boom, boom, everything goes. And after the match, he told me, I I gave you that spot. So if you want to do again, go take it with you. And to be a tribute to him on the second King of Crazy, I did that spot with Evan Core, but I always build it like Corner show me to build it because he showed me the right way. So I I, I had a funny 2 years. The two last years was amazing, and I have so great opponents. So and when I book a dead match wrestler in my show, I have a device. If I book you on my show in a dead match, it's because I'm safe to wrestle with you. So if I book our champion at the moment, the match champion is Thomas Leduc. So if I book someone against Thomas, it's because I can wrestle that guy and I feel safe. It's very important for me because it's so dangerous, and I feel maybe weird. I didn't want my wrestler to get injured. it's it's like caught bleeding. It's okay. It's part of the dead match, but nothing just big need to happen.
I would love to see you versus Hardcore in now for the Off the Top Championship someday.
For sure, for sure. And you asked me that, and I don't have a problem because I wrestled him in Connecticut in a scramble match. So and I know the the dude is willing to do a lot of the road. He take a train to from Buffalo to Connecticut to wrestle on the Sunday afternoon. Man, he's a badass. So if you're gonna put the title on the line, it's gonna for sure hell yes. And we're gonna need to find a date because I run different venues, so I want to make
100%. Yeah.
sure that this is a Valleyfield venue because we allowed to do that. But I want to bring him with the title for sure.
Love that. My brother, I appreciate all of your
Thank
time.
you, thank
I
you.
gotta get a now t-shirt, man. Need one.
Yeah, and it's gonna. I'm gonna give you that gift for you for sure.
Hey, are you coming up for Mickey D September 12th for Canadian
No,
Deathmatch?
no, I didn't. The boys didn't book me. Do not book me on that show. But I'm supposed to wrestle in hybrid wrestling September 5th, and new promotion Sans Ring Syndicate. I think so. October 10. So I'm coming in
Okay.
Ontario in September, and also in October, September, October. And if do you saw hardcore sometimes outside of the wrestling? Do you see hardcore outside of the wrestling sometimes?
We talk a lot. We talk a lot.
Okay, so I wrestle on the same show as him on in August in Connecticut. So if
Oh,
you, so
okay.
I bring I bring some hybrid guys too on my October show. So we're gonna need a
We'll
way
figure
to,
it out,
yeah, and I'm very appreciated. Sorry for my mistake, for my hesitation, but seriously, bro.
brother. Appreciate you. I know that you were very hesitant
Yeah,
because English interview, but I appreciate the time because we've almost been talking an hour. That's an hour of English for you.
It's
I
good
love you for
because
that.
I want to practice. So I love, and man, keep your good working on the podcast. It's very important because more people can put the wrestling on different platform, on different community. It's always a pleasure, and I feel fucking grateful to be part of that. And if you have any question, if you want to contact someone, example Thomas Leduc from Mathieu Saint Jacques, if you want to have contact with them for your podcast, just let me know. It's gonna be always a pleasure for me, my friend, and I'm consider you a friend without a
Likewise.
problem.
Before I have you say your final stuff and everything, I have to ask you a question.
Yeah,
I know what it means. I said it to you in chat before we did interview. In English, tabarnak is a church thing.
yeah.
Can you explain to my English listeners what tabarnak kalis means?
Oh my! That's the church. It tabernacle. It's a part of the church.
It's
Jesus
the table,
Christ.
right?
Yeah, I think it's the table. I'm not a church guy, but
Me
I
neither.
think the tabernacle. It's the place. Maybe it's the place you put the wine or something. I
Yes.
I'm gonna find you the right answer because I'm so bad.
But I don't want to you can look for that answer, but while you're doing that, explain, if you will, why it's
Yeah.
profanity in French.
Uh, but in 2026, tabarnak is just an adjective right now.
Yeah.
Seriously, all the people said tabarnak. If you are an adult, you're allowed to said tabarnak. But when a kid said tabarnak, it's a wrong word. It's a wrong word. I don't know why. I didn't know why. And just because my mother, when I heard people said tabarnak, my mother said, "Oh, that's a bad word." But I don't know why. It's just a bad word
No,
because
I use it just for fun.
yeah, I know, but it's mean I don't know why. Seriously, it's just for me, tabarnak police is just an adjective.
It's
To
fair.
make it makes some in French when you want to put impact in your sentence, or just you put tabarnak colis and you're more angrier like that. But at some point, everybody use it, so it's just an adjective.
I appreciate that.
Thanks a lot, bro. It's always a
Oh,
pleasure.
like before I close out the show,
Yep.
You promote your appearances, promote yourself. You need to promote in English, you could French, however you want to close this out.
You want the baddest motherfucker, French psycho wrestler in Quebec. Just book me. You can book me whatever you want. And I'm going to give you a hell of a show, like a bloody show. But I can do regular things too, but it's boring. So I want to do bloody stuff. So seriously, I'm just an entertaining guy who love wrestling, who love to be part of the show, and sometimes I I did a great show and I and entertained the crowd. You say it. I can say Tit City another time without a problem. So make fun, contact me, whatever. Follow NOW New Outlaw Wrestling on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, IWTV, all the shows there. You are a wrestler, you want to wrestle in Quebec, contact me. I have always open door to everybody. Just show me how passionate you are.
Make sure if you're in Quebec, New York, wherever he is on the card, you're going out, putting him, Quebec's company, show up, buy a ticket, go boo them, go cheer them, go do what you got to do. Just don't cause a scene or he'll beat the fuck out of you. Loic, merci beaucoup. Je t'aime, my friend.
Merci, mon ami. Je t'aime beaucoup. I love you so much. It was an amazing hour, and you can tell everybody Loic Duplessis talk 1 hour with me in English. You're the first one, buddy. You're the first one. Love you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Take
Being
care.
said, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the Shadowsphere for the evening. Good night.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.